Welcome everyone to today's study with me. Today we're gonna do 3 sessions instead of 4 since I had to start an hour later than usually since I had to pick up my parents from the airport. But yeah, here we are. Would you suggest we get started right away because I'm feeling a bit stressed about this next exam. I don't feel prepared yet because it's just so much and I feel like I don't have much energy anymore. You know, it's probably maybe my last exam ever since this is the last exam that I have before graduating. So yeah, I'm kind of done with it, you know, so it's tough to motivate myself, but you know, I really have to do everything I can because if not, then I will not be graduating. So, you know, there's definitely pressure. So yeah, good luck you guys. I'll start and we'll talk in the break. Okay, everyone, it is time to have our first break of today. So, how was the first session for you guys? I hope it was a good one. It was definitely a good one for me. You may have seen I was a bit distracted at the beginning because I did have to leave a few times, but it was just my mom constantly saying things, asking questions about, the dog and stuff like that, whether he had eaten, and, had to answer because I don't know what it is. She doesn't hear me too well. Like, I hear her and then I answer, but she doesn't hear. So, yeah, sorry about that. But, yeah, nevertheless, it was a good session, even though that was a bit distracting me. It was still okay. Yeah. Very happy. It always helps, these streams, they always help me study because, like I said at the beginning of the stream, but yeah, most of you guys weren't there yet, I'm struggling right now with studying for this exam because it's the last exam before I graduate. So, thesis is done, I defended it and everything, and I already had an exam, and this is like the last one. So the motivation, it's not really there anymore. But obviously, I have to, do well, because if I fail this exam, that does mean that I won't graduate. So that would be really embarrassing that you fail the last exam, imagine. So yeah, I don't want that to happen, which is why I really need to keep my eyes on the prize, on graduating and on passing this exam. But yeah, it's not that easy. It's a lot. This is like quite a lot. Like, my notes are an entire, notebook. And usually it's like, usually for other classes it's like 2/3 a maximum, or like maybe even only half of the notebook. So one entire notebook is quite a lot for me, because I don't write everything down. And yet it's still so much. So yeah, I'm not feeling that. But yeah, how did it go for you guys? Are you guys still here, or did you fall asleep studying? I'm actually really tired, I'm not gonna lie. But I had such a terrible sleep last night. It started like raining in such an extreme way with how do you call that? Let me just look it up, honestly, because I do want to know how it's called. Because I don't know, like when it's like super loud, because it's like these thick, pieces, of like ice or something falling. Let's see. Is it hailstone? Is that true? Maybe it's not correct. Let's see. I'm gonna... Hailstones. Oh yeah! Yeah. It's hailstones. Okay, so now I learned something new. Yeah. Yeah, liquid water drops that freeze into the hailstone surface. Well, yeah. Okay, very interesting. Let's hope I won't forget the vocabulary that I just learned. Hailstones. Interesting. Yeah, so that's like really loud, because as you can tell, I have my Velux windows, so whenever it rains, it's already very loud, but those, hailstones were just terrible. Yeah, that was loud. And then I thought that my dog was gonna throw up as well, so that was not ideal either. Because he ate grass, yesterday, and usually when a dog does that, it's because they, want to throw up because they feel like something's not right. So I let him, eat the grass, even though I hate it, because then he ends up throwing up, usually in his bed. So that's like really annoying because then I have to wash his bed and everything. So I was hearing him like cough and I thought like, oh no, he's gonna throw up. So that also woke me up. So yeah, I had a terrible night's sleep. Not really functioning that well today. But yeah, it is what it is. Tough crowd today, not a lot of comments. This is really different from all the other streams. Usually you guys comment a lot more, so this is difficult for me. Doing this whole monologue situation. Might just stop talking, honestly, if this is the case, because maybe you guys are like in this really good workflow and then just like disturbing you guys. So that's obviously not ideal. I don't want that to be the case, so I might just stop saying things and we can just have a break in silence, I suppose. I will hydrate though. I will drink some more water. So let this be also your reminder to hydrate, because I do tend to forget to drink enough water when I was gonna say when I study, but it's like always I do forget to drink water, so that's not a good thing. But yeah, I don't feel thirst. Deal. Oh my gosh, thank you for breaking the silence, because I was basically doing this whole monologue, talking about the most random things, and it's weird. It's usually, there's a lot of comments to react to, but today nothing. It is so quiet. What is wrong with people? No, people are probably, having a fun weekend, doing things other than studying and working. So fair enough, I totally respect that, totally get that. And yeah, so far it's going okay. I'm studying, not really super motivated. I'm not feeling it because I'm just exhausted, honestly. I mean, it's the last exam before I graduate, so I'm done. I'm just done. That's why I'd hate streaming. I'd run out of things to say. Yeah. Well, luckily for me, it's just 10 minutes that I have to speak, because I do study the other 50 minutes. But yeah, I don't know how other streamers do that, like people that are actually doing entertaining stuff. I mean, what do they do? I mean, probably if you're like gaming, you don't have to speak the whole time, I guess. So then, you just game, I suppose. So maybe that's not that difficult, but I don't know. I rely on other input to speak so much. Oh, yeah. I think most people. Though there are some people that are really good at just talking by themselves the whole time. It was this funny thing. I once had this conversation with this lawyer, right? And like he was starting to ask like questions, to me. And as I was answering, he was like already basically interrupting me, starting to talk about, whatever he knew about that certain thing I was saying. And then I was like, wow, okay. And then he ended up like, it was time to work again, and he ended up like talking, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to, get back to work. But otherwise, like, he's also like the boss, so, if he keeps talking, I guess, I have to listen. What can you do, right? But yeah, he was like talking, and then he was like, oh, good talk. It's been a while. And I thought like it was like you just liked to talk because you were, able to just talk the whole time. So that was a bit weird, to me. And this is something I also read in a book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Dale Carnegie also explains basically the same story, that people really like to talk themselves, and then they really will end up saying like, oh, it was such a good conversation because they spoke, so like that's really odd. It's an odd thing, no? You can lecture us about legal stuff so we can avoid jail time. Well, just adhere to the rules and then you're gonna be good. That's borderline self-obsessed. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I could tell, that he would probably do that, because I feel like a lot of people, that have like really good careers, they, become very fond of themselves. They really start to think like that they're the shit, because they're being so successful. So I suppose that for some people, you know, that really rises up their, you know, and they really start feeling like they're the smartest person ever, which fair enough, but indeed, like, you know, don't interrupt people. I think that's rude, so it is what it is. Maybe that was to himself too. Yeah, probably. You want to read that book? Yes, read it. You have a PDF version of it, I see. Yeah, definitely recommend it. I read it 4 years ago, and my boyfriend 2 months ago for the monthly challenge. We had like the first monthly challenge in my Discord was to read 10 pages every day. So it was a good book, and I did see, you know, people were sharing their books, and a lot of people actually have that book, so it's quite a classic. So definitely recommend reading it. And Arpita's Diary, welcome. How are you doing? Are you also studying today, or what is it you're doing? And yeah, Atomic Habits, also something like a book everyone reads, but I did not read it yet, because I have the feeling that it might be, you know, things that are like common sense, so I'm still not sure whether I want to read it. But it's probably not like a waste of time, but I don't know if I would learn something new, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm contemplating. But yeah, if you ever decide to read it, come back and let me know, you know, whether you liked it. And I think it's your Wi-Fi, because I don't think that I crashed, because I do get a notification if the connection gets lost. And Paramesh, welcome back. How are you doing today? Anyways, sorry guys, I'm really extending break time here, and that's like not ideal, because like I said, I have my exam and I need to definitely pass it, or else I won't graduate. So I do suggest we speak in the next break. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys in like 50 minutes. Wishing you a very successful and productive second session. Good luck, everyone.
I know it sounds silly, dear, but do it for me, please.
Okay, guys, it is time for our second break today. How was your session? I hope it was productive, because it definitely was productive for me. And I also didn't notice that we were close to a break, so definitely caught me by surprise. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm happy that studying is going well today, because yesterday it was pretty bad. But yeah, no, it's because I'm realizing, since I did have my exam season, I did study every day, I didn't ever take a break. Because there are some people, that take the weekend off, but I don't know, I couldn't do that. I would feel bad, like not using 2 days. So yeah, yesterday was just too much, I really realized that I needed a break, and I did study a little bit yesterday, but I was struggling, so it wasn't like that much, it was like in total maybe like 2 to 3 hours, which is definitely not enough for during an exam season. But yeah, I couldn't do more than that, but it's okay, today it's going a lot better, and yeah, I'm still on track with everything, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah. How was your session? Or are you guys skipping break because you're having this extraordinary workflow maybe? It's possible. I mean, I was in a workflow for sure, because like I said, I was taken by surprise when the timer went off for break time, so if I were you, I would have probably skipped the break. But yeah, since, I'm hosting this study stream, I, will not skip breaks. Yeah. Oh, I'm so tired today. I don't know what it is. At least I'm not too tired to study. That's a good thing. So yeah, could be worse for sure. What is it you guys are studying, by the way, if the people watching are studying, or are you doing something else? I mean, that's also fine, I've definitely had some people join my streams that were either journaling or crafting something, so, why not? Or reading a book, or doing like chores, which also works. I mean, fair enough, It's not necessarily that you have to study. It's just meant, to get things done. So honestly, there's also a lot of other things to get done other than to study or to work. You also do have chores at home, to get done. And yeah, yesterday I did do a lot of that stuff, so it didn't really go to waste completely the day. I managed to, do the laundry and clean the kitchen and put my clothes away and stuff like that, because I don't know why, but it always happens that my clothes do pile up on the floor. It used to be on the chair before that, but yeah, I do need my chair, to study, so it's the floor now, unfortunately. John Sebastian, how are you today? Welcome. I think you're new here, right? Because I always try to remember the usernames that I've seen before, but I don't think I've seen you here before, so welcome. I hope so far you're enjoying the stream. I'm so sorry if I'm not super energetic today. It's, it's one of those days. I had a very horrible sleep. I feel like I said that during the last break, but yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I learned this new word, so I didn't know how it was called in English, but it's called hailstones. So it was raining, hailstones, and it was super loud with, these rooftop windows, the Velux windows. So yeah, that really woke me up. And then yeah, I don't know, I thought at one point that my dog had to throw up because he was like making these weird sounds. So that also woke me up, so it was terrible. So I'm so sorry for, not being bubbly and energetic. Usually I'm a bit more, hyped. So yeah, this is not my best stream, but it is what it is. You're new. Okay, and do you want to like share with me what it is you're doing? Like obviously if it's personal, don't worry about it, but I'm always curious, to find out what you guys are doing. Like what is it you're studying, or what is your work if you're working already? Because it's super fascinating, people do all sorts of things, so it's really cool, to see what everyone is doing. It's so diverse and I love that. And also it's really fun, that a lot of people are from like all over the world, so yeah, it's nice to meet, a lot of different profiles that way through streaming. So what a bonus, what an added bonus. PS Gaming, what European language is easiest for English speaker? I suppose that Spanish might be easy, honestly. Yeah, Spanish maybe. Spanish is not too difficult, Especially like the basic stuff is pretty okay, but it can get very complicated. I remember when we did all the past tenses, like they have a lot of past tenses. That was when, I got lost a little bit when I had Spanish in high school. But yeah, I suppose that's an easy language. Like I would not recommend German, for example. That's like really hard. Yeah, it sounds very funny when English people try to speak German. I don't know, it seems like it's very difficult for you to pronounce, if you're an English speaker. Yeah, that usually sounds very funny. Though, you must say, I must admit that, the other way around, it also is true that like a lot of Germans have a very strong accent. And then they sound rather funny when they speak English, which, it's not a problem, it's just funny. In a good way though, yeah, has some character to it. So, yeah. And then, I don't know, yeah, I would say Spanish. But I also don't know all languages, but yeah, I would definitely say Spanish. John, you're studying laws. Okay, not the career for a public job. I see. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you do need law for many things. Like if you're working in the police department, I do know, like, my best friend, she is working for the police and she used to study law, but yeah, she did notice that she didn't want to become a lawyer and stuff like that, and she ended up, going to join the police. And I really feel like that's really the right thing for her, because I do notice that she really loves her job, so that's like ideal. And it's a bit more diverse. It's not like an office job the whole time, which is something she really, hated. So it's a better match. But why am I saying this? Because she definitely had a good advantage with her legal background then for the police exams that she had to do, because you do have to like have a basic understanding of the legal system if you're working for the police. After all, makes sense. So yeah. And so yeah, how's that going, John? Do you like studying laws, or do you not like it? Because I can imagine that it's not for everyone. But yeah, I do hope you like it, because if you really don't like it, it can be very tedious. Thoughts on Scandinavian languages? Yeah, I don't speak any Scandinavian language, so I would not know. I'm not in the best place to judge. But I suppose. Yeah, I suppose maybe they're not too hard. I don't know. I cannot imagine that they would be harder than German. I really think that German is one of the most complicated languages for foreigners to learn. Yeah. So I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure. Is there any Scandinavian person watching that can tell us if it's easy or hard to learn your language as a foreigner? Because I would not know. Yeah. And then French is also pretty challenging as well. it's a bit hard. You struggle to find motivation sometimes. Do you know how to motivate for studying law? Yeah, I'm not sure. I suppose what helped me, like why I chose, to study law and, have my Bachelor of Law and then Master of Law is, well, the fact that I don't want to, be taken advantage of. I don't want to be scammed, I want to be able to defend myself. I want to know what my rights are, and I want to, be able to enforce my rights. A lot of people don't know that they're entitled, to like certain compensation if, there's problems with the airline and your flight is delayed for more than 2 hours, stuff like that. And then, if you buy something and it doesn't work, you have like 2 years of a guarantee, warranty, stuff like that. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of companies that will, deny that kind of stuff and like not be really open about it and, try to like talk their way out of these things. You as a consumer, you have like, consumer protection laws, at least in the EU. There's a lot of, consumer legislation protecting consumers in the, from businesses. And I think that's a good thing. So, I see the importance of studying it, also for myself. So I feel like that motivates me, but I don't know, if it's applicable for your job, So maybe that works. And thank you guys for the follow. Study with Yanni, welcome. And Josu Poraki, sorry for maybe mispronouncing it, but welcome guys. Break time is over, since, the timer has disappeared, but yeah, well, I do suggest, we get started with our last session of 50 minutes and then we'll have the last break for today. So, good luck everyone. I hope you have a very productive session and we'll talk in the next break. John, you'll try. Okay, let me know if it works. Maybe a bit abstract, I know, but yeah, try to, understand like why is it important, why does it exist, what does it bring you, and maybe that can help. Makes it maybe a bit less abstract, but I cannot promise anything. So yeah, good luck in any case, and yeah, good luck everyone. Wishing you a very productive session. Let's go.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone. We successfully completed all 3 sessions for today, so I do hope that you had a good session, because I definitely had a really good one. I managed to finish what I was supposed to get done, and now I was actually browsing through this website that the professor recommended us checking out for like more explanation, and I must admit the website is pretty good, so I was browsing through that website, and I feel like it's always helpful, you know, when you study something to also kind of see the same stuff, you know, explained by someone else, like in different words. Then I can actually check, like, do I really understand it, you know, or yeah, because if, you know, you understand it when it's formulated or presented in a very different way, then that means you really have understood it correctly, you know, so that's pretty convenient. Yeah, and that was very nice. You accidentally napped for 90 minutes. How did that happen? 90 minutes is a long nap. But like, do you still know where you are and like what day it is, what year it is? Because, you know, I really don't like when you like accidentally end up napping for like 2 hours or more, because then what happens for me is that I wake up and I'm like, whoa, what is going on? Like, I forget like everything, and I'm really like confused and thrown off, you know, by that nap. And it really takes me like a few seconds or, well, minutes to just, you know, realize what just happened. And I really hate that feeling. So yeah, apparently it's not so healthy either. So, you know, I think that the doctor once told me that your naps shouldn't be longer than 30 minutes for them to be like actually efficient and good for you. So since then, you know, I haven't been napping for longer than like 30 minutes, because otherwise I end up feeling even more tired than before the nap, which, you know, is not ideal, you know, it's not why we're napping. So you just lay in bed while scrolling Instagram reels, and then next thing I know it's 5 p.m. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, like laying in bed is dangerous, you know. It's dangerous. I try to avoid my bed like during the day, because indeed, like if I end up like sitting on my bed, then, you know, chances are I will fall asleep as well, because it's just that comfy. So yeah. But well, you know, if you didn't have like any important things to get done, then I suppose it's not a problem, you know. As long as you didn't miss any important appointment or whatnot. Because yeah, I remember once, you know, I was really tired after an exam, and I said to myself, okay, I'm gonna nap for like 30 minutes. I ended up napping for like more than 2 hours, and it was pretty bad because I only had like 2 days or something for my next exam. So I really needed that time, you know, and like I said, you know, after waking up, I end up feeling a lot more tired from such a long nap. Like it's really sucking all energy out of me, like that I had left, you know. So yeah, I ended up not being able to still study that day. So it was such a waste of time. I was very mad at myself for letting that happen, but you know, clearly I was exhausted from the exam, so you know, it happens. But well, now, you know, I did learn that every time that I feel like, oh, I'm gonna nap, I just put a timer, you know, I just say like, hey Siri, put a timer for like 20 minutes, and then I know that, you know, if I don't wake up by myself. Oh no, yeah, Siri heard me. She almost no, stop listening. Yeah, she almost prepared a timer again, but I stopped it right on time. So yeah, oh, I'm so excited for dinner. I'm so excited. Because for dinner... Ow, that actually hurts. Ooh. I have a little pain situation over here. This is weird. Anyways, yeah, I'm excited for dinner. I'm gonna make dinner after this because I am excited because I'm hungry. But it's nice dinner. We're gonna make chicken and then with like this tabbouleh. I don't know if people eat that together, but I feel like, you know, why not? I feel like it works. Because I still have a bunch of like parsley that I need to use and a bunch of tomatoes, so immediately, you know, if I hear parsley, tomatoes, I think about tabbouleh, and it's... Oh my god, tabbouleh must be one of the most amazing things ever made by humans. I'm so obsessed. Yes, gaming, you had the exact same experience like me. Yeah. I suppose it's common, because I also hear other people having it, so yeah, I guess, you know, I guess that's good. That means we're normal, I don't know. It's like you cut your sleep cycle. Yeah, exactly. I think that indeed you also, you know, mess up your sleep schedule for like the evening, because if you nap too much, then you're not gonna, you know, fall asleep that easily again in the night, you know, so I'm not sure that that's a good thing, you know. You're right, napping isn't good. No, it is good. It can be good. Like I said, apparently, if it's less than 30 minutes, it's actually very beneficial for you. So that's actually a positive thing. So napping can be good, but just depends on how long, you know. Like, try to avoid hours of napping. So you can definitely nap for like 15 to 30 minutes. That's definitely okay and even recommended. So now you've made me hungry too. Yeah, I know, right? I'm really excited for it. Ooh. Yeah, most of the time when we do make tabbouleh, I do eat it with falafel, you know, to have it more authentic. And then I end up also making like tzatziki with it. So I'm really, you know, mixing all the cultures, but I don't care. It's good. It fits together. It's amazing. But yeah, I wasn't feeling tabbouleh today because... no, I was feeling tabbouleh. I'm feeling tabbouleh a lot, but I wasn't feeling falafel today because I did work out, and falafel actually has a lot less protein than I thought, so that's like sad. Yeah, I do think it's harder, like, you know, if you are vegan, to get enough protein without, like, you know, protein powder. Like, I do use protein powder, but I don't use vegan protein powder, because I did buy vegan protein powder and I still have that one because it tastes awful. It's horrible. I don't know who decided that it's okay to sell something like that, but it's really not. It's just nasty. But yeah, maybe not all vegan protein powders are that bad, but that one actually, you know, I went back to Amazon, check the reviews, and it had terrible reviews. Don't know why I did not notice that. That was really stupid of me, you know, because usually I spend a lot of time, you know, analyzing the reviews, because they have definitely improved my life when it comes to purchasing decisions. I should review things more often, because I really appreciate when other people review things, you know, when they're telling me the good and the bad stuff, you know. I want to know the bad stuff. So yeah, I should maybe review things. But yeah. You just nodded off for another minute. That's funny. Laura, welcome back. How are you doing? How is life? And all protein powder tastes awful. Oh, I don't know. I like mine actually. It's called PBN nutrition or something. I don't know. I like it. It's actually not bad. It is a tad like too sweet if you take too much of it. But you know what I do sometimes? I like to mix my protein powder with like skyr or yogurt, and then, you know, the yogurt being plain yogurt, since it's a bit sour, it ends up not being that sweet anymore, you know, mixed. So it's actually pretty good like that. So that way I have like this high protein yogurt, so I love that. And then I also love putting some protein powder in my oatmeal, because otherwise you're just getting carbs and like no protein at all, and I don't feel like eating eggs with my oatmeal, you know. So yeah, that's how I use it, but I rarely drink a shake, even though that's like a very easy way to use it. But yeah, I prefer incorporating it in my food. I suppose, you know, it's feels more natural to me. Laura, you spent the whole last week pulling niter. Oh, why are you doing that? Why would you do that? That's terrible. I would feel like absolute shit, I think. I really cannot function. Like whenever, oh my gosh, whenever I have like these things, like for example, when we had the wedding, right? We came home at like 2 in the night, like 2 a.m. The next day was just a lost day. I cannot function, so I don't know what it is. Like I feel really old for not being able to function, but I don't know. It's just bad. You know, I cannot go to work out, so that, like, honestly, that pisses me off, you know, when I'm not able to go work out because I'm too tired, because, you know, I've been, like, going out or something, so I don't really go out that much because, yeah, I'm very annoyed the next day. And then if I cannot study, I'm very annoyed as well. Like, I get furious. So, yeah, I really don't like how I feel. I really, like, feel like as if you're hungover, but you're not hungover, you know, because I've been hungover in my life, and ooh, that's worse. That's a lot worse. I hate that feeling. So, you know, pro tip, drink water. Like every time you're drinking a drink 2 glasses of water afterwards, and then you're good. But yeah, because, you know, it dehydrates your body, so if you hydrate again, you're good. But yeah, I don't know, I really hate it, so I would not recommend doing that, pulling all-nighters. I've never pulled an all-nighter for any exam, I think, so that's something. But I know a lot of my friends do, so I don't understand. Guess it's because you were trying to gain weight, so you had mass gainers. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, I've never used that. Like, sad. Unfortunately enough, you know, I do gain weight if I eat certain things, you know. And there's some people, yeah, that have just great genetics, you know, that don't gain weight if they don't, you know, eat that healthy. Like, it doesn't matter for them. That must be fun, honestly. Although maybe that must not be fun, because if you're trying to gain weight and you cannot, that must be horrible as well, because yeah, I don't think it's nice to have to like have these powders, you know, to gain weight. That must be terrible indeed. I can imagine. Ugh, yuck. Yeah, but you know, obviously you gain weight through a calorie surplus, so you know, you have to try to either eat more meals or increase your meal size. You know, add a little bit more butter in it, and then boom, you've got like 100 or 200 calories more, you know, eating the same thing. So yeah, you had to force yourself to eat twice as much as you were used to. Yeah, I can imagine that that's challenging, but I feel like a lot of people don't eat enough, especially guys. You know, you see, like, I see some, you know, guys that like work out so much, and then when you see what they're eating, they eat the same as me. You're not gonna have enough food, you know, if you eat as much as me. Also, like, you know, if they're taller, you need to eat a lot as a guy if you work out, you know, and that's, I think, really something a lot of people struggle with. And then, you know, a lot of girls have the opposite. They don't eat enough, you know, they work out and they are wondering, well, why am I not, you know, gaining muscle? Well, you know, you need fuel to actually, you know, create muscles. That's me. Whatever I eat, I'm still slim. Oh, Laura, you're lucky. Yeah. That must be fun. I cannot imagine how that must be like, because I do gain weight rather fast. I also can lose it rather fast as well, so that's good, you know. My weight has definitely been, you know, fluctuating a lot over the years, but it's also because of COVID, you know. Like it was bad when the gyms were closed, completely closed, and you know, I just slacked. And you know, since you were sitting at home all the time, I got cozy, you know, watching Netflix and then always snacking. And that snacking, you know, it doesn't make you full, but you end up like eating as many calories as like a meal. So it's terrible. So yeah, bad habits for sure that I don't have anymore, because I don't snack that much anymore. Like we don't really buy like snacks like crisps and stuff like that the way we used to. Like we used to almost eat it like every week, so that was pretty bad. So yeah, but still, you know, obviously, like it does matter what you eat, not only for like, you know, the way you look, for like, you know, gaining weight or not gaining weight, that's one thing, but then your health, you know. If you eat fast food and crappy food the whole time, even if you don't gain weight, doesn't mean it's healthy, you know, because obviously diabetes and stuff like that is also a risk. You don't have to be, you know, overweight to like have to get diabetes, I think, and like a high cholesterol level and stuff like that, because that's all through like what it is you're eating, you know. If you're eating sugar the whole time, well, you know, that may be very dangerous, and it's also bad for, I think, for your hair and for your nails and for a lot of things, for your brain as well, for your brain capacity. So yeah, you know, in a sense, I suppose that what I'm trying to say is, you know, try to eat healthy even though you're not, you know, gaining weight when you eat unhealthy. Go to architecture department full of owls. What do you mean by owls? Explain, because I'm not sure what it is you're referring to. But you know, also, like, let me tell you something I did not know. No, I'm not gonna tell you, because I'm gonna make a fool out of myself, so I'm not gonna tell you, sorry. But you know, that was already embarrassing enough when it happened, so I'm not gonna replay the whole thing. But yeah, explain. And Tofi, hi there, how are you doing? I think you're new here, right? Because I do not recognize your username. I'm always trying to, you know, remember the people that come back, so welcome. And right now here it is 6:15 p.m. so I'm in, you know, Central European summertime zone, so Brussels time, and I live in Brussels right now, like not really in Brussels, but close to Brussels. I'm in the border, you know, like not in the city, but like, you know, close enough. So yeah. And yeah, where do you live, if I'm allowed to ask? Like, you don't have to be that specific. You can also just say a country or a continent is also fine. But I'm always curious, you know, to find out where you guys are from and stuff like that, because everyone is like, you know, from different places. We're so international here, so that's really cool. I love that about the whole streaming, you know, that you know, get to... did I just poke my eye? Oh my gosh. That you get to meet, you know, people from all over the place. So that's like really fun during breaks. And yeah, I mean, I did complete all 3 sessions already, so you know, sometimes I end up taking extended breaks because, you know, it's nice to catch up with you guys and chat a little bit. So what we're doing now. So yeah, PS Gaming, I'm still waiting for your explanation. Because I will have to leave to make dinner, because like I said, I'm super excited about my dinner. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for your comment. Hopefully it arrives fast, because otherwise I'm gonna, you know, have to go. Oh my gosh, wow. I have this like piece of furniture, you know, that holds like some clothes, and it was shaking a little bit. That's like really strange. And an airplane just like flew by. I did not know that it could, you know, that an airplane could shake my my wardrobe. That is rather strange. Again, maybe it's not that. Maybe it's something else. This is really strange. Imagine that we're experiencing an earthquake and I don't know anything about it, but no. I have like experienced earthquakes before, so this is not it, but it's strange that it's shaking. Very confusing. Anyways, you're studying sciences. Oh, nice. And you're gonna start studying sessions and watching your video. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm so sorry that you just join now, because it's very unfortunate, you know, that we did complete all 3 sessions for today. But tomorrow I'm gonna stream again, and I'm gonna stream tomorrow for 4 hours, so 4 sessions instead of 3 like today. So, you know, if you haven't subscribed yet, you know, feel free to subscribe. That way you do get notified when I'm live again, which will be tomorrow, like I said. And then, I'm also gonna stream on Monday, because my exam is on Tuesday, so I won't be streaming on Tuesday, but I might stream after my exam to, like, you know, get ready for holidays. Might do like a, you know, productivity video simply. I'm not gonna pretend to study if I don't have to study, but I do have to do like a little bit of, you know, organizational stuff, so I might stream that. Honestly, that is a good idea, you know. Most peers, they don't sleep at night at all when assignments are approaching. Oh, you meant night owls, kind of. Yeah, that makes sense. Why did I not understand that? I don't know. I'm sorry, my brain is apparently fried from studying, so again, very embarrassing. Why don't I understand these things? I'm supposed to know that. Sorry about that. But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I think it's probably not only in architecture though. Because like I said, a lot of my friends, you know, that study law, they also pull all-nighters. So I suppose it's just, you know, common in student life. But like I said, I've never done it. So yeah, and I wouldn't recommend it, because I know what, you know, less sleep means. Like your brain capacity just, you know, becomes that much, you know, like worsens by I don't know how much percent. So, you know, I do prefer to have my full brain capacity at an exam. So yeah. But I suppose, you know, like if you didn't study for the entire day and you go to the exam unprepared, like not studying anything, then you're obviously gonna do a lot worse than if you did, you know, pull an all-nighter and you did study a little bit. Because even though, you know, you did, your brain capacity is at like maybe, let's say 80%, if you did study something, there's gonna be more, like 80% is more than like 0. If that makes sense. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, but yeah, yeah. Anyways, I definitely need dinner because I'm exhausted from the studying, and yeah, I'm exhausted. I think it doesn't work less sleep. Memory works worse. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, your memory is definitely gonna be very affected by that. Yeah, I agree. So, having said that, you guys, you know, take your sleep very seriously, because sleeping... I was saying that during a different stream as well. Sleeping is not only good for, you know, for your like brain capacity, for your memory and stuff like that. It's also good for, well, I mean, you guys were just saying that you never gain weight, but you know, if you want to lose weight, for example, if you don't get enough sleep, you're not gonna lose, right? Because you need, you know, good amount of sleep to actually help the fat burn process. So there you go, you know, lots of health benefits. And I think probably a lot of other benefits as well. So, you know, take your sleep serious, you know, like don't mess with your sleep. It's important. Also, I really love sleeping. I don't know. It makes me very happy when I can go to sleep, honestly. I look forward to sleeping. I just love sleeping. You know, Sleeping at Last. Is that a movie? or what is that? Because I don't think I know it. But yeah, I will look it up for a second because I do want to go to my dinner. Let's see. Oh, it's a song or a band. Yeah, no, I don't know them. Do you start lives every day? Not every day, but most of the days. So I usually do at least 4 or 5 days a week where I do live stream. And now during exam season, it definitely was a lot more than on other days. So I feel like this week we're gonna have 6 days that we streamed. Yeah, I didn't stream yesterday, but all other days I did stream. So yeah, like I said, tomorrow I will stream, and then Monday as well. So, you know, definitely come by, you know, tomorrow if you feel like it, if you have to study. If you don't, you know, you can always join on Monday, because I understand that some people choose to, you know, actually enjoy their Sunday and not study or work. So, you know, fair enough. But I will be here, so, you know, feel free to join me. So thank you guys for being here today. It was lovely having you. I do hope you had a lovely session. Sorry for, you know, extending break time that much if people were actually, you know, trying to still continue studying. But yeah, tomorrow, like I said, we're gonna do 4 sessions, and we're gonna start an hour earlier than today. So it's gonna be 2 p.m. my time, like Brussels time, CEST time. And yeah, thank you for being here. See you guys hopefully tomorrow. Bye everyone.